The Mini E 4-8, the loudest class of the day, coming up next, Zach.
Man, the bikes might be quiet, but you are right, Jackson. The racing is just as loud as ever. So we'll wait to see who it's going to be grabbing the early race lead, and we have seen battles in this class come all the way down to the final straightaway.
And here we go, here we go.
So parents taking a step back. Card goes sideways.
And we're off and rolling. Let's see who it's going to be through this first turn first. Looks to be a Cobra machine out front. Two Cobras going head to head. The number 14 and the 349 machine. That is Robert Fender aboard the 349. The 14 going to belong to Ryder Drake. Drake now going to have the lead.
So Ryder Drake taking the early race control. Fender trying a different line out. Whoa, and Fender had some company. I don't think he expected that pass right there. Oh, man, but look at that. The momentum actually favors the in to out line.
3 wide through there at 1 point.
Yeah.
How about that?
And your leader playing it smart at the moment, trying to avoid these super deep ruts, especially with these small wheelbases. You can see how much it can take away momentum from these smaller riders.
So here we go, a freight train of them making their way through. Seeing battles all the way through the pack, as now we see the number 14, Ryder Drake, making his way to a green flag. And Boon Lloyd going to be in that second place position, actually. So how about that? So Ryder Drake in first, Boon Lloyd going to hold on to that second place spot. Carter Renneker going to be your third place with Robert Fender in fourth. Caden Rogers rounds out your top 5. Cole Jessup going to be in 6th. Wade Lloyd your 7th with Ryden Williams in 8th. Maverick Manzer in 9th. And Grayson Clark going to round out your top 10 here in the Mini E 4 to 8-year-old class.
Good line choices here. Multiple line choices as well. Boon Lloyd not following your leader. Ryder Drake trying to check some different things out. You never know what could actually wind up being beneficial for you. And so taking a look down the line, a couple of names. Mason Manzer on the 44. Looks like we've got Mickey Fluhart on the number 1 back there in the 14th place spot. Hey, one of our GNCC riders, Deegan Deal, back there in the 15th spot.
How about that?
Yeah, coming out racing with us. Yeah.
Making his way all the way out of Virginia. Zach, it's so cool to me to see where all these riders are from, coming all across the country.
And look at that. There was the pass. What a pass made. Man, that was textbook from Boon Lloyd. Switched it up, got a good drive up the inside, and I mean, he was accelerating out of the corner before he even got into the rut, and just, yeah, quick in and out and put himself in front of the 14 of Ryder Drake. So Boon Lloyd, your new leader in Mini E 4 to 6, or 4 to 8, excuse me.
So this is going to be an 8-lap race here for these riders, 34 in total out on the track. Like we said, race 25 going to be your 450C class. Race 26, Mini Senior 2. Race 27, 450B. Race 28, 125. 29 is your women. And then race number 30 going to be your Open A class. So got a good lineup coming up. Once again, going to be an 8-lap race here for the Mini E. Taking a look, your leader, Boon Lloyd, going to be able to overtake Ryder Drake that last time through. We'll see. I believe that is Fender still holding on to that third place position, and it is. And Boon Lloyd, a 101.5, man, a blazing fast lap time.
Yeah, as I'm watching, Lloyd really just seems to continue to be on the attack, up on those pegs for a lot of the track. Another one of those riders, I mean, this is clearly the Stasic generation. We talk about learning to stand up deep into the corners, how to help with the braking bumps. It's just so impressive to see the racecraft and the riding ability that these guys have as young as they are, because you go back just as much as honestly 5 years ago, and you look at the style of the, obviously the Mini E class, relatively new as well, but just these mini bike classes, the riders were not riding like this, Jackson. It's so so impressive. These kids, you pay attention, they're doing little scrubs already. They're starting to check up the airtime just a little bit. They understand the premise of how to scrub before their bikes are even capable of doing it.
Yeah, no doubt. They have such good balance at such a young age. There's so many incredible things that they can do, especially here at the national level. And you're getting to see just that with Boon Lloyd out on the track, along with Ryder Drake and Robert Fender, Mickey Fluhart, Caden Rogers, all right there, as we see your leaders making their way through on screen.
Then we touched on the bike skills, but also these electric motorcycles as well. I mean, love it or hate it, electric motorcycle technology is here, and I don't think it's going anywhere, Jackson. And these bikes are a great option for a lot of families. Many of these riders riding both electric and gas 50s, but to have the young kids start out on bikes like this, learn the way the throttle responds, learn how to ride these kinds of bikes, I think it's a really genius idea from all of our manufacturers. We've got a lot of Cobras out there, some KTMs, some Husqvarnas, and so really impressive to see the technology available now for these mini e-riders.
Hey, speaking of Cobra, Boon Lloyd going to be on that Cobra Elite, Fly Elite, Dunlop Minton Cycle, Roost MX, T-Rex throttle backed ride, and he is showing exactly what those Cobra machines can do. One of the few that some of these riders that are maybe not quite in a place at home where they can ride the loud 50cc or 65cc machine, they can ride these mini E machines right there in their backyard, nobody able to hear. So several different cool things about these mini E-classes.
Yeah, there are benefits to it, and it's hard to understand if you're not in a position to where you need to understand. But like you said, Jackson, sometimes the sound of a Cobra 50, it's just not plausible. Maybe they have the land, maybe they have the space, but the noise is something that some people don't want to listen to. And so these electric bikes, they almost cut that away entirely. But it's a new piece of technology. You think about the transformation from 2 strokes to 4 strokes, several years ago. I don't want to say it's going to be exactly like that, but it's certainly a new opportunity. We have big bikes that are electric now as well, and people are starting to find out why they're getting so popular, because they really are a cool alternative if you want a different kind of motorcycle.
Yeah, they definitely are, Zach. One other cool thing about them is you can choose how much power they're putting out, and so maybe your rider just beginning, you can make sure that machine's just not blazing fast and be able to tone it down a little bit. But then if you're somebody like Boon Lloyd, you can really allow a lot. And look at this, Zach, beating the handlebars. Could that be one of our top riders? I hope not there on one of the Cobra machines. We'll keep our eyes out here on timing and scoring. See if we see any of our riders falling. Maverick Manzer losing a few positions, now going to be in the 8th place spot. Still going, though, so that's good to see. Caden Wood in 7th, Caden Rogers in 6th, Cole Jessup in 5th, Mickey Fluhart, Robert Fender, Ryder Drake, and Boon Lloyd, your top riders. As Boon Lloyd makes his way through on screen. Got the luscious locks flowing. I like the style of Mr. Boon Lloyd as he comes through for another lap complete. And this time going to be taking the white flag, so one more lap left to go here for Boon Lloyd.
Boon Lloyd trying to bring it home. Man, you got a little competition there from that lap rider going down the straightaway. 96 of Maverick Duffy, I believe.
He said, my mini E's pretty fast too, man.
He said, wait a second, I might not be able to last the whole race, but I'll race you down this straightaway.
Yeah, why not? Ryder Drake still holds on a second, with Robert Fender still in that 3rd place spot. So our top 3 spots secured so far. 8.5 seconds between your leader Lloyd and your 2nd place of Drake. Then about 2.5 seconds from Drake back to Fender. Caden Wood now going to move up into that 5th place spot. Maverick Manzer moves up to 6 now. Caden Rogers going to move down to 7th. Cole Jessup going to move to 7th as well. Isaiah Benton moves up to 9th. And Ryder Barbeau going to be your 10th place. Ryden Williams in 11th, Tegan Tucker in 12th, Jeremiah Voigt in 13th, Carter Reneker in 14th, and Grayson Clark rounds out your top 15.
There it is. Boon Lloyd crosses the line, takes the win in Mini E 4-8. What a performance from Boon Lloyd. As now we get ready to set our sights on 450C race 25.
Going to be a good one here. Taking a look at some of our scores.
We got Parker Weber there grabbing 2nd in his heat race.
Yeah, William Marcula going to be your third place finisher there in his heat, looking for your